Hey, what's up everyone? This is Bryce from Nintendo Everything, and I've got a Nintendo Everything exclusive story for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about the game developer Grezzo, which I'm sure some of you know put out the Link's Awakening remaster on Switch. Of course, Grezzo has done much more than just the Link's Awakening remaster, and that's why it's really interesting to see that they're hiring for a new project. A few job postings recently popped up on the developer's website, and these include a programmer, a UI, and an effects designer. Little information is given about the actual game they'll be working on, besides a few descriptor words such as stylish and medieval. Now these are direct translations of Japanese words taken out of context, but they do also mention that this game will be taking aspects from real life and putting a fresh new design on it. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it definitely gets my speculations going. What furthers this are the details they give on the actual jobs. They include quite a few details on the programming role, mentioning that this person will be on the ground floor of the development for this game. This means that their responsibilities will not purely be programming, they will also be helping with the vision of the game. So it sounds like this job is making code but also helping out in other places in the development process. Grezzo also has a couple jobs listed for the UI designer and effects designer. This is where they mention that the effects of the game are going to be based on real life in a way. Not exactly photorealistic, but more like stylized aspects of reality. This of course reminds me a little bit of Link's Awakening in that claymation style that they achieved, but I don't want to get ahead of myself with the speculation. I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. They finish off their current job openings with the UI designer, which is just in charge of the menus and HUD and different aspects of the UI. The details we do have puts together an interesting look at what this game could be. Grezzo is of course known for its help in remastering the Legend of Zelda series for modern consoles. They helped on Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask, Four Swords Adventure, and even developed Triforce Heroes. So seeing a job listing such as this, especially on the Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary, my mind immediately goes to a Legend of Zelda remaster. A remaster of an older game would need these exact things. A UI upgrade for more accessibility options, some newer flashier effects to show off on a new system, and then a general programmer to work on the more technical parts of a port. These job listings really do seem to line up for a Zelda remaster. But then of course I had to think about the timing of these jobs. As I mentioned, the Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary is this year, and this posting specifically mentions that the programmer would be on the ground floor of the game design. There's really no way a Zelda game could be ported before the end of the year by starting now. I suppose this game could be coming out in the future, but I don't see Nintendo doing this when Zelda's anniversary is this year. And then you've got to think of Grezzo's other games. They don't just develop Zelda remasters. They've also branched out throughout the years and done things such as the Alliance Alive, and they even solo developed a game for 3DS called Ever Oasis. This game was published by Nintendo, but it was really designed by Grezzo independently. And I honestly think that Ever Oasis provides the biggest hint for what this game that Grezzo is hiring could be. Ever Oasis started development shortly after the success of Majora's Mask 3D. And as I mentioned, this was developed only by Grezzo, but it was published by Nintendo. So I'm sure the development of this was helped along by the fact that they did so well on Majora's Mask. Grezzo just did amazing on the Link's Awakening remake. I think Nintendo would be willing to give Grezzo another chance at their original IP. Ever Oasis didn't sell amazingly, but Nintendo knows what they're doing, and they know they put Ever Oasis out at the end of the 3DS's lifespan. So having Grezzo do another game for the mega hit that is the Nintendo Switch, I think makes sense in this situation. I personally believe that Grezzo's built up the confidence with Nintendo and wanted to do another game like Ever Oasis. And given the success of Link's Awakening, I think Nintendo's greenlit and this is what they're hiring for. So it's possible we'll be seeing a Grezzo developed game coming out in the near future. I don't think this rules out the possibility that they're working on a Zelda remaster. I actually think that they are, but I think that the development's pretty much finished on that and is ready for the 35th anniversary of Zelda. That remaster will come out soon, and then we'll get the announcement for this new IP. It could be a sequel to Ever Oasis, or it could be something completely new. After Ever Oasis, I'm really excited to see what they put together. But of course, these are just my speculations, and I'd love to hear from you guys. Please feel free to comment below and give a like to the video if you liked what you heard. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you all next time.